Live from our 7 Tasmania studios, your nightly news with Kim Miller begins now.
Good evening and thanks for joining us on this New Year's Eve. The finishing touches are being made for festivities across the state to ring in 2025. From fireworks and live music to food and drink vendors, event organisers say there's something for everyone to celebrate tonight. Anthony Dodd begins our coverage.
Preparing to send off 2024 with a bang. Pyrotechnicians loading up around a ton of explosives for 2 fireworks shows set to light up Hobart's skyline tonight.
Over 500 hours has gone into the overall preparation, planning, designing, and the final touches are being done now.
Show Effects Australia promising a variety of new colours and patterns for the family and midnight displays, which will be launched off 2 barges, timed to carefully curated soundtracks before ending in emphatic style.
This is our 15th year at this show, so every year we try and strive for bigger and better and something more spectacular, and that's what we're going to do tonight.
The Hobart City Council splashing around $200,000 to facilitate food truck sites, viewing areas at regatta grounds and the waterfront, and live music at Franklin Square.
Like most capital cities, people expect there to be a vibrant start to the new year.
Excitement building among Tasmanians and tourists alike.
We're from Sydney, we've made our way down. We're having a beautiful day here in Hobart.
I'll have a couple of drinks tonight and then head back to Melbourne tomorrow. Been here for a couple of days.
Tonight we're going to have a quiet dinner and then hopefully we're going to hit the beach to see some bioluminescence.
The Taste of Summer event also looking to build on the more than 35,000 patrons it's seen pour through the gates so far. 5,000 lucky ticket holders getting the chance to see the Hoodoo Gurus and soak up one of the best seats in the house for the fireworks.
It's in high demand, high expectations. Everyone wants to have a really amazing, fun night of celebration, so it's really trying to live up to that expectation.
With up to 40,000 people expected to flock to the city tonight, revellers are being encouraged to enjoy the evening safely and plan ahead.
We do ask that people just be kind to each other, to not overindulge, and also to think about how they're going to get home.
And Anthony joins us live from the regatta ground. Good evening to you, Anthony. Now, it looks like you've picked out one of the best vantage points in the capital to catch the fireworks tonight.
Oh, it sure is, Kim. The cruise ship, as you can see behind me, and the River Derwent providing quite the backdrop for the fireworks tonight, with, of course, the family fireworks starting at 9:30, followed by the main event at midnight. And while it's rather quiet where I'm at here at the moment, Kim, the Taste of Summer is well and truly heating up as patrons make the most of the diverse food and drinks on offer. And, of course, the waterfront will have plenty of action as diners flock to restaurants and bars to celebrate. Now, Kim, this excitement is all in all well and truly building as we've just got a few hours left remaining of 2024.
It looks quiet now, but it won't be later. Thanks very much, Anthony. Well, revellers are also gathering in Launceston to welcome the new year with a pint or a schooner at Beer Fest. Mark Zeta is live at Royal Park. Mark, what's the atmosphere like there?
Good evening, Kim. The atmosphere here at Royal Park is absolutely stunning, with crowds coming in to either celebrate or to reflect the year that was 2024. Those crowds went through the gates, which opened around 2 hours ago, with live music kicking off the festivities. Organisers expect a crowd of more than 12,000 tonight, with more than 40 local food and beverage stalls showcasing the best in what Northern Tasmania has to offer. All of this a precursor to the main event, the fireworks, with an early display starting at 9:30, followed by the main midnight show as Tasmanians bid Auld Lang Syne to the year that was. Kim?
It will be. Thank you very much there, Mark. Well, let's turn now to other local news. And mourners have gathered on Constitution Dock honouring 2 sailors killed during the Sydney-Hobart yacht race. They're being remembered for their spirit of adventure and the camaraderie which defines the sport.
Friends, family, crew gathering to say goodbye from the finish line their loved ones never reached. On a day meant for ringing in the new year, they rang their mates farewell.
You will forever be part of our crew, carried by the tides of love and memory.
55-year-old Roy Quaden from WA and 65-year-old Nick Smith from South Australia, killed in similar but separate incidents, both struck violently by flying equipment on the yachts Flying Fish Arctos and Bowline. They lay wreaths for both on Constitution Dock before scattering flowers on the waters of the Derwent.
May your spirits now be free to roam the eternal ocean.
The only Sydney-Hobart deaths since 6 lives were lost in the tragedy of '98. Still no confirmation on when the Cruising Yacht Club Australia will begin their race review, but there's speculation they'll consider this.
Emirates Team New Zealand crossed the line.
The safety rules used in other world race events like the America's Cup and Sail GP, where helmets are compulsory. It's an issue that's already split Australia's sailing community, with some arguing there is no helmet available that would have cushioned the impact involved that night. Questions that will be left to the review committee and ultimately the coroner. For some crew members at the memorial today,
accidents happen sometimes, and it doesn't matter what you're doing or how you're prepared.
The CYCA already insisting it has the highest safety standards in the world, but ready to take them higher. Chris Reason, 7 News.
Another hiker has died in the Southwest National Park. A man in his 30s fell while climbing Federation Peak. It's prompted a reminder from police to bushwalkers about proper preparation before heading out into the wilderness.
A tragic end for a Victorian bushwalker traversing one of Tasmania's toughest trails. The Westpac rescue helicopter locating a man's body at Federation Peak this morning.
What appears to have happened is one of the 3 walkers has fallen and the other 2 walkers withdrew, where they then met up with police search and rescue.
2 walking companions sounding the alarm yesterday following the fall. A mammoth search and rescue effort ensued, but was called off later in the day due to bad weather.
The main hindrance overnight was purely the cloud cover, which prevented the helicopter from operating post 6 p.m.
At over 1 kilometre in height, Federation Peak is considered one of the country's most challenging hikes, with online guides warning about the time it takes to get there and the significant fall risk.
It is very dangerous, it is steep and it's slippery, and the weather conditions can change extremely rapidly.
It's the second death at Southwest National Park this week after the body of a Queensland man was located on Saturday morning, prompting a reminder to hikers.
Take a personal locator beacon, take all the right equipment because the weather will change 4 seasons in one day.
Mark Zeta, 7 Tasmanian News.
A failed revitalisation plan for the old asylum and nurses' quarters in New Norfolk could take a new step forward. Historic and unused buildings are back on the real estate market, with the hope they'll finally be sold to benefit the local community.
It's a site formerly known as the Royal Derwent Hospital Nurses' Quarters, and it has a history of broken promises. After the latest failed attempt to again make it a local feature, it's now back on the market and it's ready for something active.
The cinema, convention centre, 300-seat restaurant, gymnasium, full-size basketball court, a swimming pool that could be refurbished.
This facility used to dominate New Norfolk. Just shy of a hectare, it's been all but abandoned now, according to some, for far too long. That's despite previous promises from various developers.
So it's always disappointing when something doesn't come to fruition. People come to the table with the best of intentions, I think.
The old quarters have been used for fruit picker accommodation. Solidly built in the 60s, this site itself is ripe for the picking.
The site holds a very unique zoning approval, almost do anything within bounds. As long as there's a community benefit.
Since the last sale, the site has now been broken into different offerings. Whatever happens to these sales, the people of New Norfolk are keen to end years of uncertainty and failed promises. They want to see it turn into something functional that can benefit the entire community. Wary from previous letdowns, the Mayor remains positive about the future of this historic property.
I'm quite excited to see a snapshot sort of between now and 5 years from now, because even standing here, you can really feel it starting to come ahead.
Whomever buys these lots, locals will be keen to see them nurse back to reproductive use. Stacey Eldridge, 7 Tasmania News.
The action at one of our most iconic Christmas carnivals is underway. Some of the state's top athletes spending the last day of the year out on the track.
A beautiful day to end the year in Burnie. Many choosing to spend it at the last carnival of the year, one with a rich history.
This is the 138th carnival, which actually predates the modern Olympic Games by several years.
A chance for local athletes to rub shoulders with some of the best from all over the world, lining up for the cycling, running and cracking out the axe for wood chopping.
Out here is a lot different than what we do in the States. Cut a lot more blocks here, and it's, good professional development.
For many locals, it's more than just a day out.
It's a tradition to come here every year. Just love the sports and the running.
There's something to keep everyone entertained, even the little ones.
Plenty for the kids to do, lots of activities. I think this one's really keen on checking out the snakes.
Spectators are already packing out the stands, but organisers are expecting many more to flock in later tonight. The finals for many headline events kick off around 7:30, while a local superstar aims to send the crowd home happy.
Tasmanian Mile, we've got Stuart McSwain, which is the last event of the evening prior to the fireworks.
A flying start to 2025. Zeke Gaffney, 7 Tasmanian News.
The last time Mitch Owen hit up Ninja Stadium in front of a crowd, the all-rounder hit more than a ton. He's hoping it'll be a similar story tomorrow night when the Canes take on the undefeated Sydney Sixers. The squad eyeing off a string of wins and say they're up for the challenge.
We're very confident after 2 wins. A little hiccup in our first game, but we've got a bit of momentum now and looking to continue on.
Former Aussie wicketkeeper Matthew Wade expected to play tomorrow afternoon after copping a calf injury in the first game of the season. After a delayed start and challenging conditions, the Launceston to Hobart yacht winners have been named. It was a clean sweep for the Tassie boats, one notching up an impressive 10-line honour wins.
In the boat race slightly closer to home, 11 yachts sailing 285 nautical miles from Beauty Point to Castray Esplanade.
Forecast-wise, we were fairly sceptical about the conditions we were going to get. It was looking pretty rough for the first night.
After facing windy conditions and big seas, it was boat Prion who was named overall winner on handicap. It's a 5th Launceston Hobart for the skipper, who says the win is only a cherry on top of a great race.
Race after some success in local racing, but to put it all together in an offshore race is what we're after.
Only 30 foot in length, the boat not letting size hold it back.
You look at the big 100-footers in the Sydney Hobart, we're about as long as they are wide.
It's not the only boat collecting a prize, a 10th consecutive line honours for yacht Fork in the Road. Skipper Gary Smith racking up quite the trophy cabinet.
I've entered 14 times. I've taken 4 seconds and 10 line honours.
Also on the honour board, boat Sassy, crowned first on performance handicap.
We beat the odds with females and beat the odds with the under-18s as well. So.
Race organisers and all those involved encouraging more people to take part in the sport.
This year we're proud to host 88 sailors in total, but remarkably 27 of these sailors were women. That's about 30% of the fleet.
It's one of the few sports where gender's no advantage.
A major milestone in a race many won't forget.
And we already have some finals results from the Burnie Carnival. Camera Bodnar winning the Encourage Handicap Mile with a time of 4:51, while Meg Rawnsley crossed the finish line in the Junior Handicap Mile at 4:43. And Sophie Marshall won the 800-metre handicap. Later tonight, Olympian Stuart McSwain will compete from scratch in the final of the Tasmanian Mile. Good luck to them tonight, Kim, and that's all I have in sport.
OK, thanks very much, Lily. Well, the skies, I think, are looking pretty clear for tonight. Kaya is in next with the latest forecast. Good evening. It was a fine day right around the state today as we continue on this very last day of 2024. Hobart 21, 25 in Launceston, Devonport 19 and 22 in Burnie. We saw 24 at Ouse, Smithton 23, 22 the top at St Helens, Grove and Friendly Beaches. Flinders Island and Low Head 21, 19 recorded on King and Maria Island and 18 at Laiwini and also at Strawn.
We saw low cloud about the east coast today with some scattered cloud about the southwest. Cloud is also covering much of the eastern seaboard with embedded thunderstorms extending to the Great Dividing Range in New South Wales and also throughout inland Queensland. Tomorrow, a cold front will cross the state throughout the day with a ridge of high pressure residing across the bight, extending over the south of the continent. West to northwesterly winds 15 to 25 knots, increasing to 30 knots about the southwest. West to southwesterly winds peaking at 3.5 metres. We have a strong wind warning for coastal waters between Wineglass Bay to St Helens Point, which also extends to Frederick Henry, Norfolk and Storm Bay and also the Channel. Possible afternoon showers in Hobart for New Year's Day tomorrow, 20 degrees. A couple of showers in Geeston, 18 also at Bothwell with afternoon showers there. A partly cloudy day in the north, 23 the top in Launceston and Cressy and 20 the maximum at Devonport. A bit of cloud too in Burnie, 19, showery in Strawn, 18 and a chance of showers for Curry with 19 there. A chance of showers for the east coast, 23 expected at St Helens and Swansea and 21 on the way for Orford. Forecast now for Thursday, light showers about the west, far south and the Furneaux Islands. Now that should clear during the afternoon with fine conditions expected elsewhere. We'll be fine on Friday, 25 the maximum expected in Launceston and also at Swansea. Fine across the island again on Saturday with hot inland conditions expected. Launceston warming to 31 degrees. Here's what's happening across the mainland tomorrow for New Year's Day. 35 and possible showers in Darwin, a partly cloudy day in Canberra. Melbourne and Brisbane, possible storms in Broome with 36 degrees. Mild conditions right now, Hobart 18, Launceston 21 and 19 in Devonport. So Kim, the barbecues are lit and the fireworks are all set and the weather is going to be kind this New Year's Eve, which is good for revellers just like me.
It will be. You have a great night, Kyle. We'll see you again tomorrow. Well, finally tonight, when our team's not busy bringing you the news each day, things can sometimes get downright silly. And our eagle-eyed editors have been collecting those moments all year for a light-hearted look at 2024. Enjoy.
Happy New Year. Is this thing on? Is this on? We're going to make the news. We're going to make the news.
Do you mind if I get in your personal space again?
No, go ahead.
The associations remained
Alright, just do a still one. Just let me nail it.
Sorry, I'm new.
No. Yeah, I'm having the time of my life right now.
And that's tonight in sport, Kim.
Tell me about some baseball.
Oh, sorry, no, I am going to tell you about some baseball.
And that's all in sport, Jim.
Thanks for that, Lily.
Where are you going? Did you hear what I said?
Looking forward to the entertainment, the bonfires and the burning of the Big Willie.
Thank you, Murph.
Are you feeling like a first place is in your cards today?
Hey, so now you know the game. Are you ready? 'Cause I'm coming to get you. Get you, get you. Hold on, I'm on my way. Yeah, I'm on my way. Hold on, I'm on my way. Yeah, I'm on my way.
That one? This one? Yep.
I thought I got away with it.
Ta-da!
And a lesson there, the camera is always rolling. Well, that wraps up things for 2024. We will, of course, be back with you tomorrow night from 6 p.m. On behalf of the team, have a wonderful new year. Stay safe and look out for others too. And for now, it's good night.